Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new video, and today I'm going to be trying out a couple of new items, but the main focus of this video will be the Revlon Candid Photo Ready Concealer. I tried the foundation, I'm sure you've seen in like one of my previous videos, and I didn't try the concealer because I wanted to see how the concealer would wear on its own. I knew if I tried them together I wouldn't be able to tell like whether it's the concealer or the foundation. And I'm also really excited because I picked up the powder as well. So I'm so excited to see how these wear. I'm a sucker for good concealers and good powders, and especially if I can find one at the drugstore, that's great. Like, that'll be amazing. So if you guys want to see how this combo wears throughout the day and some new drugstore goodies, then definitely keep on watching. Sorry, my nails are so bright. I feel like it's such a distraction. I finally went and got my nails done. I don't know if you guys know, but for the past few weeks I've been doing them myself. But I'm going out of town tomorrow, hence why I'm filming today. And I wanted to make sure that my nails lasted, but they are like so bright. Like, I feel like all you see is nails. Anyway, so I'm starting off with my skin already moisturized. To hydrate it, I used my Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer, and this has SPF 30 in it, which I really like. Alright, so I'm going to start by applying my foundation. I'm just going to speed through this because you guys already know. For my foundation, I'm actually going to be using the Revlon Candid foundation. Now, in the review that I posted of this foundation, I didn't really care for it too much, but ever since I've been using it with the Kiehl's moisturizer, I actually really like it. It might be a little light for me. We'll see though. But yeah, ever since I used a more hydrating moisturizer, I do really like how it sits on my skin now, and it doesn't settle as bad in like the forehead area, which was what I wasn't too happy about when I first tried it. So yeah, it definitely matches my face right now, but I am gonna need to pick up a darker shade because my body actually got tan. Look at these tan lines. I'm going to take like a half a pump of my Huda Beauty foundation. Alright, that looks like a much better blend between my face and body. So, time for the fun part. I'm going to go in with the concealer. I got mine in the color 022. Okay, so on the Ulta website, it says that this concealer is a skin-inspired concealer that is ultra blendable, ultra buildable for creamy coverage, which is honestly just like how the foundation is. It camouflages under eye puffiness, dark circles. The concealer features anti-blue light ingredients plus antioxidant and anti-pollution benefits. And best of all, it has no oils, no paraben, no phthalates, I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, no synthetic dyes, and no fragrances. It's suitable for sensitive skin. The doe foot applicator is perfect for applying to delicate eye area and delivers medium buildable coverage and natural finish. The concealer is available in 18 shades. So I think that's so cool. I was honestly kind of tempted to get this concealer as like a contour thing too, but I figured I would try it out first, like how it looks under the eyes. So like I said, mine is in the shade 022 Sand Sable. So this is what the applicator looks like. So at the moment, my favorite drugstore concealer is the e.l.f. one. So let's see how this holds. Also, I forgot to mention, I prepped my under eyes using my Kiehl's Avocado Eye Treatment. And I feel like that always makes such a difference in how my concealers apply under my eye area. So far, to me, it has like a medium to thin consistency. It's not super thick, which I like because like I said, I don't like any of my products to be too thick on the skin. The color can work, but it kind of reminds me of my e.l.f. one where it's almost like too neutral. And I think I got it a little bit too light. But I think by the time I blend it out and all that, like, I'll be fine. I personally though like my concealers with a little bit more of like a peachy warm undertone, which I'm sure if I went back, they have 18 shades to choose from, I'd be able to find that. So I'm really liking how it's blending. It looks really nice, but since I like it so much, I'm literally wishing so bad that I got a color that had a little bit more warmth to it and wasn't so neutral, but it still looks really pretty. I might go in with a second layer under here because I can still see a little bit of my darkness peeking through, which like I said, I don't mind. I like building up my concealer in thin layers, but it looks really pretty. It looks very like skin-like. And I like how creamy it is to blend. It's not like a concealer that is too shiny or creamy to where you can tell it's just gonna like crease up or oil up under your eyes and like not last. This, it's creamy in the sense of it's easy to, it doesn't like dry down super shiny. Like I definitely feel like this will hold up throughout the day. It kind of reminds me of the Born This Way concealer by Too Faced, just with less coverage. Nothing is covering up this pimple right there. Like, I'm just having no luck. So as you can see, it's definitely more medium coverage because some of my blemishes and stuff are peeking through, which I don't mind. It's really not the end of the world. Everybody gets breakouts. It's not that serious. I'm gonna apply a little bit more just in here because I don't know if you can see, it is still a little bit hollow. This is what it looks like. Like I said, I think the color is what is throwing me off because it's not canceling as much of the darkness as I would like. I am getting a little bit of creasing under my eyes, so we'll see if that goes away once I apply the powder. I got mine in the shade 01 just because obviously I like a brighter under eye. And I'm going to apply that with the same beauty blender. It's convenient. So a lot of times I feel like with transparent powders, they get everywhere. If you're traveling with them, you open it, it like falls everywhere, but it has like a little lid. So when you open it, you can lift this and then it's not going to get as messy. It kind of keeps it all compact. So I think I got carried away and I went straight into baking the under eye on this side, but normally I forgot I like to take my powder, set my whole face, and then set my under eyes, and that normally prevents creasing. I'm just gonna take my powder puff and on this side set my whole face first and then set my under eyes. So this powder is definitely super, super mattifying. Like as soon as I set that, any shine at all, like it literally is soaked right up. My skin is completely mattified right now. If you have oily skin, I think that's a good sign. For me personally, I probably wouldn't use it to set my whole face, maybe just my T-zone. So now I'm gonna set my under eyes here. I feel like a powder this mattifying you don't want on your skin too long or your under eyes are gonna be looking crusty. It is super fine though. I like how it's on a super thick powder. My under eyes right now are looking super, super, super dry, and I definitely think it's a mixture of the powder. I am getting a lot of settling and creasing under here, and like my dark circles are definitely enhanced right now. And I did do 2 layers of the concealer, so it is for sure medium buildable. Maybe I should have gone in with another layer. I think this is great for somebody if you want very like lightweight makeup and you don't want it too heavy. Me, I normally don't like it too heavy, but like I don't want to see darkness after 2 layers. My face also feels really tight after that powder, so I'm going to take some of my Fix Plus to bring some hydration and life back into my face. Okay, that already feels... Alright, so the setting spray definitely helped. I don't know why, I was expecting that powder to maybe be like more of a creamy texture, which I hate powders that are too creamy because then my face looks like a grease ball by the end of the day, but when they're too matte, I look dead and my face and skin just feel super tight. So that was definitely very mattifying. So if you have oily skin, that's gonna be perfect for you. If you have more like combination skin like me, you can use it, but you're definitely gonna have to like drench your skin in a hydrating setting spray like MAC Fix Plus. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, my bronzer and all of that. And then I'm gonna come back to you guys when it's time for the eyes, because today I'm also gonna be testing out the Maybelline Soda Pop eyeshadow palette. I'm like so happy about this. In my previous video when I was testing out the foundation, I set my entire face and I was talking about how the foundation stays tacky, so that I really had to work on buffing out the bronzer and powder and all that, because since it stays tacky, like the bronzer was kind of getting a little bit patchy and I really had to work with it. Well, I truly believe that that foundation is meant to be worn with this powder, because now that I set my face with that powder and it really locked the makeup in, my bronzer is blending so easy and it's not clinging or getting patchy. My face doesn't still feel tacky at all, like it's completely set. And I think another mistake on my behalf was mixing that foundation with the Huda Beauty one, because the Huda Beauty foundation is pretty matte. And so I feel like that with that powder is just like too much. But I think if I would have just stayed with the Revlon Candid foundation, it would have been perfect. Alright, so far I'm not mad at the skin. It looks so smooth. And I did have to bake like underneath of my bronzer. And again, that made my skin super dry, so I went back in with setting spray. So again, if your skin's not super oily, this powder definitely leaves a very like refined finish, but you need setting spray, because if not, your face is gonna feel super tight and dry. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see my under eyes. They're not looking bad. I do have some creasing under here, but like to me, that's pretty normal. Like There's nothing I can do about that unless I get filler. Like, it's gonna be there, but it's not coming like crazy far down. It's just literally right close to under here, which is fine. I'm gonna see how it wears throughout the day. If it starts like creasing way down here and getting crazy, then I know that it's like a no-go. But off the bat, I feel like pretty much every concealer is gonna do that because these lines are so stubborn here. Aside from that, the concealer looks good, but again, it's medium coverage, so I do still see a lot of darkness peeking through, but it's not unbearable. Like, it's just not super clean slate, so I would like it. But maybe if I gave myself 8 hours of sleep, that wouldn't be the case. So again, definitely like a beautiful, more natural looking concealer. It doesn't look heavy or too crepey under the eyes either. But now for the fun part, we're gonna play with some eye makeup. So I'm gonna be dipping in, this is the Maybelline Soda Pop eyeshadow palette. It looks like this. And this was $9. It's so funny because I had been eyeballing this palette and Alex randomly like picked it up for me. And I was so excited because I really wanted to do a video with it. I'm going to keep my look pretty like neutral, springy. And it's funny because Walmart actually like had a tester of this. So I was like swatching it and they seem so smooth and buttery. So I'm going to start with this color in my crease. So this color in particular, I think it's a little too light as a crease color. But I'm gonna build it up. To be honest, I can't really tell how it's blended because it is so light. Oh yeah, it gives a little shadow. Next, I'm taking the shade Crushing in the palette. It's like a very pretty, vibrant orange. And just buff this back and forth. These are blending really, really nice. They kind of remind me of the MAC Art Library formula, in the sense of being like more vibrant colors, but they're not super pigmented when you first apply them, but they're really easy to blend. They give you that very seamless look, which I personally like because that way I can build up the color and I don't accidentally go in with too much all at once. And I feel like for the everyday person, you normally want to build up the color. You don't want it a crazy orange all over your eye, but that looks so pretty. Next, I'm taking the shade Cola Float. It's just a really pretty rich chocolate brown. These shadows are super creamy and buttery. They're definitely not dry at all. Like I said, you do have to build up the color on them because they're not going to be the most pigment vibrant shades. I think the shades in this palette are so beautiful too because you have your neutrals and then you have a couple fun pops of color. Next, with a flat shader brush, I'm taking the color Root Beer. It's just like a perfect deep neutral brown. Gonna take a clean blending brush and just soften up those edges and just press it again. What's also amazing about this is I'm not getting any fallout. I'm gonna take the color Cherry Top. It's like a dark kind of fuchsia purple. I'm gonna kind of use this as like my outer corner smoke color. So now for my favorite part, this is actually the color that like drew me to this palette. It's this beautiful champagne color right here called Soda Fizz. And when I swatched this at the store, because like I said, they actually had a tester of it, it just looks so stunning. Oh, that's the first time I got fallout so far. Are you guys witnessing how pretty this is? And next, just to get closer to my crease, I'm gonna take my MAC 242, dip into that same color, and then this time I'm gonna spray my brush with Fix Plus just to see how intense we can get this shimmer. All right, guys, I think I found my new favorite eyeshadow of all time. That is so pretty. All right, to highlight my inner corner, I'm taking the shade Tonic. It's like this beautiful ivory shimmer tone. And I'm gonna spray my brush, put that in my inner corner, and then also underneath of my brow bone. And I'm gonna bring it all the way up to my brow just to lift the eye some more. For my lower lash line, I'm gonna kind of mimic my upper lash line. I think the eyes look so pretty. This palette definitely blends so nice. It's so buildable. So again, I think the test will be how it holds up throughout the day. All right, so I've recently been loving the L'Oreal Paradise Mascara, and I realized that they had a primer, so I picked this up the other day, and I'm excited to see how this makes my lashes look. If they look really bomb, I'm gonna go through this whole video without false lashes. So, it's a pink tinted mascara primer. This is also gonna condition your lashes. It's infused with rose oil, and it helps adhere mascara to lashes. So in case you don't know, L'Oreal is actually the same company that makes Lancome products. They're owned by L'Oreal. L'Oreal makes like Urban Decay, a lot of other high-end brands. Anyways, I used to love the Lancome Sills Booster Primer, but that is like 30 bucks and this is like 7 bucks. So I'm hoping that this is like just like that stuff and it holds up just as good and holds a curl, because if it is, then I'll never have to spend $30 on a lash primer again. Holy crap. I know whenever I use the Lancome version of this, I liked applying the mascara right away and not letting it dry. That way it wouldn't get too clumpy. Do you guys see that? Look at this eye versus this eye. Cute, just gonna leave it like this. That is insane how much it shows all of the lashes. This eye got a little clumpy, I got a little carried away. Did you really apply mascara if you didn't get it on your eyelid or on your nose? So, alright guys, so this is the full look with all of my makeup on. So far, I do really like everything. My face feels like locked and set in place with that powder. Like it really feels like it is not going anywhere. I am obsessed with this eye look. I think it looks so pretty. And again, I think the test will be if it wears throughout the day, if it creases, like how it holds up. But overall, I think that this Maybelline Soda Pop palette is beautiful. And I really hope it wears good so I can film a ton more looks with this, because it was seriously only 9 bucks. My under eyes, I do really like. They're not creepy or creasy. Like I said, it's settling a little bit here, but the under eye eyeshadow blend covers that right up. And I'm not getting any crazy creasing down here. So again, throughout the day, if I notice that, then I know it's a no-go. But if it holds up, then I know it's a good concealer. The only downfall about the concealer, again, is that I do still see my darkness here. So anyways, it is currently 1:15. I will check back in with you guys later on in the day. I want to probably have it on for at least 6 hours, so maybe by 7 o'clock. I'll let you guys know how it holds up. So definitely stay tuned if you want to see how this full beat drugstore face holds up to your. Alright guys, so it has officially been 1 hour. I changed because I have to go to Walmart and I didn't feel like looking super extra to go to Walmart. I still feel so extra with this makeup. It's so weird because I get so self-conscious when I go out in public with like a full face of makeup like this. Like, I feel better when I go out with no makeup because then I know nobody's looking at me, paying any mind to me. But I feel like makeup, like whether they're looking at your shadow or stuff, it just draws so much attention and it like makes me really self-conscious. It's so weird. Anyways, skin looks smooth. I'm still like so irritated that this thing like will not get covered. My under eyes are looking pretty bright. So if you guys want to come with me to Walmart, that's all I'm gonna do right now. Hey guys, so I'm back in with another check-in. It is currently 4:42. I literally just spent almost like 2 hours filming like a spring clothing haul. So I was trying on clothes, taking it off. So far, I think my makeup looks okay. Like the powder definitely has kept it matte. My skin does not feel tacky at all. So that's a huge deal because I remember when I was using the foundation the first time, it like was not set in as well as it is now with that Revlon Candid setting powder. The concealer looks pretty good. It hasn't creased any more under my eyes. Again, the only creasing is like super close to under my eye, which is inevitable. And then one thing I did want to point out that I noticed when I was uploading some of the footage that I recorded earlier is that the concealer really isn't sitting too nice around my nose. And even right now, like it just looks a little bit off. I don't know if it's just that it doesn't give enough coverage so like all of my million blackheads are peeking through, but that's another thing that I didn't really care for is that like how it's sitting and looking around my nose. My eyeshadow looks bomb though. Like, do you guys see this? That Maybelline Soda Pop palette is no joke. It's so pretty. And my lashes still look really good. My lashes have held up. They haven't like fallen or anything with that lash primer. And also I don't have any flaking. I will check back in with you guys later. So far it has been 4 hours since I've had this on and we're at a good place right now. Hey guys, so I'm back in my PJs just because I had to finish packing. It is currently 6:17 and can I tell you that like I am really loving how this makeup is sitting and wearing. I'm really especially loving the powder. Like I feel like the powder is beautiful and like this is my new favorite lid color. This lid color is everything. Every time I catch like it in the light or I see it, like it just looks so good. It looks so good to the point where, let me show you guys this real quick for proof. I just finished packing all of the stuff I'm gonna bring on my carry-on. And for my carry-on, I always pack my makeup just because I would never want my makeup to go missing. Like, it's expensive. My carry-on, I actually packed the powder. Don't mind my dirty makeup bag, but I actually packed the powder. You see that? So I just think that this powder will be great for setting the makeup, keeping it on all day without making it look heavy. I like how fine it is. And yeah, I just really like how it's really helped like balance out my shine a little bit. Really liking it. So far, the makeup has been on for 5 hours. I'm gonna give it 1 more hour and then I'll do my final check-in just because I really have to wash this hair. Like, I'm going out of town tomorrow. I cannot leave looking like a grease ball. Far, so good. I think I like it more once my oils and everything have like melted into it, because at first I wasn't feeling it, but now I think it looks good. Like, my skin is glowing, but it looks like skin. It's not too greasy. I'm really liking it. All right, guys, you know what time it is? Final check-in time. So it is officially almost 7:30. This full shebang has been on since 1 o'clock, so it's been on for approximately 6.5 hours, which I think is a fair amount of time to judge it. And so far, I do really like it. So let's start off with the powder. I know I love and I want to use again. I really like how my face still feels matte. I don't feel super shiny on my nose or T-zone. Normally this area gets so shiny, and like even on my cheek area. Today, that is not the case at all. I definitely hated the powder at first because I felt like it was so matte. But once I layered my setting spray on it, and then once my oils kind of like melted together with it, I absolutely love it. And I love how it has held my makeup in place. So the powder I'm probably gonna give like maybe a 9 out of 10. Concealer, I'm gonna give more of like a 6 or 7 out of 10. I love the consistency of it. I love how it didn't crease. However, I'm not a fan of the not full coverage. But if you are into a more medium coverage concealer, this will definitely be for you. I also didn't like how it completely got off of this area here. Now, I did film a full in-depth like spring clothing haul, so I was taking on and off clothes. So honestly, that has to be a big part. But honestly, that was probably more on my end. I'm gonna give the concealer a 7.5. For people that like more medium coverage, don't have a lot of darkness under their eyes, I would honestly probably give it a 10 because it doesn't crease, it stays put, it looks pretty, it doesn't look heavy. I just need better coverage. But I do definitely want to try the concealer in a darker color, and then maybe that will help cancel out some of the darkness. And this eyeshadow palette, I love. It has stayed put, it hasn't creased. Like, do you guys see this? I love it, and I love how easy they blended. So pretty. I'm obsessed with that lash primer. Like, my lashes have never been this curled and in place all day. Most of the time my lashes will look super fanned out, and then by the end of the day they're just like flat. You can't see them anymore. They are still holding that curl. But yeah, guys, that wraps it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys did enjoy this video or found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Definitely don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you are notified when I upload more videos like this. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I love and appreciate you all so much. You have no idea. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.